of a bet. Jacksonville Jaguars on the road at the San Francisco 49ers. This is 3.5 in favor of the Niners. 46.5 to 47 is our total here in this one. Noops, as we sit right now, I don't know if we know who's going to play quarterback for the 49ers. It is wild. I mean, Purdy take to the podium yesterday. Didn't sound overly confident that he was going to play. Mac Jones is dealing with a sprained knee, all kinds of weird stuff going on there in San Francisco, yet they find themselves with the hook as the favorite here in this one.
I know, as I mentioned earlier in the show, there's a couple games this week that sit in 3.5 that I really wanted to be at 3, and this is one of them. I know that there's not a 49ers quarterback that's going to be 100% healthy, but we know how good Kyle Shanahan is at organizing this offense and making things easy for these guys. And it's not like they have to try very hard against a Jacksonville defense that's bad and against a Jaguars team that might be competing for the Steelers for the worst 2-1 team in the league. It's just unbelievable to me that they have a winning record with how bad Lawrence has been. Apologies to whoever tweeted this out. I can't quite remember your name, but there's some footage going around of Brian Thomas Jr. And if you watch closely into some of his catches, the way he's maneuvering the ball around, the way he's switching balls from hand to hand, he might have a finger injury or something like that. You can see him wincing sometimes when the ball hits his left hand. It's very interesting there. And maybe that's what's leading to him not having nearly as good as a season as he did last year. But to sum it all up, I think the Jaguars are a mess. And I think that the market is just overvaluing a team that is, I don't know if luck box is the right word, but has somehow found themselves at 2-1 here. Really, really close to betting the 49ers. I'm just going to stare at this all weekend, hoping to God it pops at 3 at some point. Then I'll definitely grab some 49ers. Thought about a Jaguars team total under. I think this is a tough matchup for them. The 49ers defense is solid enough. Now, without Bosa, that's a little bit tougher. And again, the team total for the Jaguars is already kind of low at 22.5. So lean 49ers, lean Jaguars team total under, but neither number is in a place where I can feel comfortable betting them.
You're talking to I was down on the 49ers to enter the season. I continue to be down on the 49ers as these injuries mount up. I continue to go more and more against this team. I actually did take the 3.5 points with the Jags, and I'm going to push back a little bit on the Jags defense. I mean, at least through the first 3 weeks, and I understand incredibly small sample size, PFF has them as the number 2 defense in all of the NFL. If you go over to and look at EPA per play allowed, it is the number 2 defense in the NFL and EPA per play allowed, only behind the Vikings defense so far. I think that I underrated this Jags defense. I thought that I thought that they were going to be middling at best, and instead, at least early on here, they've been really good. And so against either no matter who they roll out, it's going to be a compromised quarterback. So in that situation, I'm going to think that this defense can do what it takes to kind of limit an offense that is not explosive at all anymore without any of their playmakers out there. I mean, this is just going to be Christian McCaffrey all day, every day, as many times as they can get the ball in his hands and in as many fashion. And that could very well work, but you got to win by more than a field goal. And I don't know if that's going to be the case. So I did take the 3.5 with the Jags here in this one.
I can understand that. It's just, again, I'm just not ready to trust the Jaguars. Yeah. And maybe this is just a continuation of kind of what's happened so far. They run into teams that are in bad positions. Maybe they have to push Purdy out too early, or Jones. One of them gets hurt during the game. I will say Juwan Jennings being back makes a big difference for the 49ers. They'll have another pass catcher there, but looks like Pearsall is going to be out this week. So you make a good point. The 49ers are far from where they want to be in terms of health, but I'm still not ready to trust this Jaguars team.